Can you beat Pokemon Ruby with Brock's Hoenn team? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the channel.
Hey, a quick question. Why do you say that?
Well, it's my brand, I guess. Would you like to introduce the challenge? It's kind of ruined my intro, Brock.
Oh yeah, sorry. Hey guys, my name's Brock, and I'm going to be taking over for this video. We're going to see if it's possible to beat Pokemon Ruby with my Hoenn team. To be honest, I don't think we're gonna do it. I never bothered training my team. But can you blame me? With all the pretty ladies around, who couldn't resist the temptation?
Come on, I'm sure you're joking. Ain't no way his team's that bad, right? What the hell? Where are all your moves?
I told you I was serious.
Dude, you know this challenge is level 50 max, right? No items in battle except held in battle. How am I even gonna do this?
Well, you invited me here and said you wanted to use my team.
Yeah, but I was thinking you had Steelix, Geodude, Sudowoodo. What happened to them?
Oh. They're during the Kanto Battle Frontier, so that would be my Fire Red Leaf Green team?
So why didn't you... Oh, just forget it. Start the video. The rules are level 50 max, use only the moves Brock's Pokemon used, and no items in battle except held. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure Wally is going to be where he fell since, as you can see, the moves we got to work with are horrible. Our strongest move is Explosion, which we're going to be relying on a lot for anything we can't beat. Then Tackle, Water Gun, and Razor Leaf are going to be our staples.
Also, we only got 3 Pokemon.
Please don't remind me. With all that out of the way, let's begin the challenge.
Hold on a sec. Don't forget to like and subscribe. These videos require a lot of work, so show some appreciation for the work I put into making this happen.
What the hell do you mean by the work you put in?
So to start the journey, Mudkip was chosen, which is a problem. It only has Tackle and Growl, and since the only move we can use is Water Gun, this challenge is over.
But we're going to just ignore this match, otherwise we can't do half the challenges in Gen 3 legitimately. And we're going to start with all 3 Pokemon. So, since Pineco starts with Tackle, he'll be our main Pokemon till we get some more moves in. Of course, the first rival match is a breeze. As you see, our defense growth is very high, so we're very tanky here.
Works for me. Also, it has Sturdy, which prevents one-shots.
At level 8, Pinecone learns Self-Destruct, which is big at this level. Also, Ed learns Water Gun. Don't know why I call him Ed though. Plus, Bullet Seed for Lotad. Well, up now is Roxanne. As you can imagine, Roxanne is easy. Mudkip just needs to...
Mudkip, throw for me. Use Growl.
Use Water Gun, which it does, and knocks out the Geodude. Nosepass is the same.
Ignore this guy and use Growl, please.
Somehow, Nosepass beats Ed, but I've got Lotad. So, I decide to use Self-Destruct, but that fails, so Lotad comes out to finish up. He does get hit by the Bullet Seed, but wins. Dude, you promised if there was a woman, I would do the speaking.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Anyway, Broly is up next, and he shouldn't be too hard. We've got Water Gun, which is a special move. The only problem is, he hits hard, he's faster, and he's got potions. So, with this first attempt, we did damage, but it didn't go down too well. So, we'll need to train a bit more just to win. Coming back a bit later, I trained both Pokemon to level 14. I'm hoping something changes. Thankfully, I'm rewarded. Both my Pokemon got bullied, but Pinecone survived the attack, which means we can use Self-Destruct. That means we have got a Strat. Coming back at Mudkip at level 19, I thought it might be easier just to switch to Pinecone and use Self-Destruct.
A smart move, but Makuhita is probably the one Self-Destruct should have been saved for. Not only has he got high raw attack, but with just 1 or 2 bulk ups, that's more than enough to sweep the whole team.
You are right, and that was a dumb move.
What are you doing switching?
I honestly don't know. I must have zoned out, but I won? Yay, I suppose? After defeating Team Magma, Lotad finally evolves into Lombre. So, Rival May is up, and she sends out her Whelmer. Lombre making quick work. I just need to spam Bullet Seed. Next will be Grovyle. So, Pinecone will have to go in for that battle. I actually want to just test Tackle and see its damage. I'm just curious to see how big it does. Yeah, I tried and it didn't do much, so I went for Self-Destruct. Mudkip versus Numel and 1 Water Gun. That's MayBrendan.
I really don't know how I should feel about you blowing up my Pokémon to win these battles.
Well, you better get used to it because I ain't stopping. Isn't that what Pokémon Centers are for?
Nurse Joy.
Okay. Watson's up next. I get hit by Thunder Wave, so I decide to switch, and I get hit by another Thunder Wave and a Supersonic. So I'm having the worst luck.
You're probably better off restarting since you're not going to get past this without stronger attack. Being a Steel type really puts you at a disadvantage.
Yeah. Steven's done.
What was that?
Nothing. Anyway, I level up Pinecone to get its Rapid Spin. It's not going to do much, but a few extra levels should make Self-Destruct do enough damage on the Magneton. So, these are the levels now. 26 for Pinecone, 25 for the other two. Let's see if this gets any better.
Mudkip is doing a lot better with the damage on Magnemite. Problem is he gets confused. However, the next attack is a crit, which means Magneton is the last real challenge.
So, I use Lombre, and funny enough, Watson just uses Self-Destruct, which is fine with me, since Lombre survived. Magneton is up next, so I try to chip some health away, but I get one shot. So I send up Pinecone, and I don't think Self-Destruct do enough damage.
Okay, but you use it, right?
I don't.
What?
I go for Tackle and try to chip down some HP, but that was a mistake, so I end up taking way more damage than I thought, and I lost Pinecone before he was able to use Self-Destruct. Got nothing to say, Brock?
So you enjoy watching my Pokemon lose, huh?
Dude, I'm pretty sure that Self-Destruct isn't going to be strong enough unless I do some damage first. Magneton's got some pretty high defense. Well, I lost that attempt, so I end up trading some more. And after many failed attempts and battling trainers, I finally got another chance to redeem myself. And I used Self-Destruct when the time came. As you can see, I get to Magneton, Lombre goes down, Pinecone comes out, Self-Destruct. Oh, would you look at that? It's on red health. Told you I was right. See? Not my fault.
That changes nothing. You still enjoy watching my Pokemon lose.
No comment.
Once again, Mudkip beats the Magnemite. Losing a lot of health, but that doesn't matter. Lombre can already beat the Voltorb. Whether it uses Self-Destruct or attacks, normally Lombre always wins. Magneton is up again, and it takes out Lombre. However, Pineco manages to hit a crit with Self-Destruct, which means we finally beat Watson.
That took a long time. Guess it's time to finally get the last moves. Since they're egg moves, and I can't be bothered to breed till I get one, I'm just gonna put some cheats in and, yeah, get both Water Gun and Razor Leaf. Finally, we got some real power here. And, yeah, Flannery should be a breeze. Right, so Flannery is up next. 2 Slugmas and a Torkoal. Once again, we'll make quick work using Water Gun with Lombre. Second is probably going to be the same results. He comes out, and it hangs him barely, but it does set up a light screen, which isn't good since I'm relying on Water Gun, which is a special. She also throws in a Sunny Day, and she just sets up and finally beats me with Flamethrower, which is just sad.
That's right, Flannery. Don't lose to him.
Ed deals with the Slugma, and Torkoal hits me with Attract. Great. I get hit by an overheated Pinecone, and yeah, it does 130 damage with Stab, but it lowers her special. Ed got very close, but because of Attract, it just doesn't go my way. Great. I did keep trying, but I guess I was just really lucky on my first attempt, since the rest went a lot worse. Torkoal's defense is the best defense out of all the trainers I've faced so far, which is really weird that defense seems to be a theme in the early game, but with good RNG with Attract, that's the only way I'll win, so I need to change my approach. Because Sunny Day weakens my water moves, I think it does, I probably should check that, and it makes fire moves stronger, I need to stall out as long as I can to get rid of it. So, before facing the Torkoal, that's the strat I'm going to go with. Slugma comes out, the one that likes to set up, we waste time. I get burned, which does suck, but it works like a charm. I waste enough time, as you saw, it faded, and now it's time for the Torkoal. Unfortunately, we got knocked out due to the burn, but Pinecone comes out, gets hit by the overheat, which lowers its special attack, so Lombre should be able to get through. I do get a hit by Attract, but thankfully, it doesn't stop me from attacking and I beat Flannery.
Flannery, my love. Use Attract and burn your love onto my heart so we can be together for all eternity.
So, Norman is up next. Brock, if you could do the honors please. And no love talk.
If you've played Gen 3, you know the problem. Slaking hits like a boulder badge. Not only that, he has defense as strong as a Geodude. Truant, his ability makes it so that he can only attack every other turn. But when he does attack, my team feels it. Even self-destruct does less than half his HP.
So, level up is the plan. And if we can defeat one Slaking, we can progress. So, Norman has got potions, so we need to go for, a big hit rather than just doing some damage. As you can see, our level was quite good. We actually did well, but he did heal. And he switched for Pinecone, so we're going to go for the big boom.
We do get good results, however, and knock out one Slaking. Vigoroth is up next, and Mudkip does well. However, he isn't strong enough. More training required. So starting with Fortress this time, and just using Tackle is the plan.
Yep, get it low, and then boom. And then we get hit by Yawn, which is annoying.
Switching out would be the smart move.
Especially because of Turret. Lombre almost gets the knockout, which would have been huge because it would have saved us safe destruct, but he heals, so we bring Fortress back out. Get hit by Yawn, we get a sense of deja vu, but this time we knock out Slaking, thanks to the attack being in the range. Now we just need to beat the Vigoroth. You know what? Mudkip does amazing. But once he heals, Ed is gone. Fortress now needs to beat Vigoroth because I can't use self-destruct, because if I get a draw, that equals my loss. Thankfully, he is out of potions, which means we can move on to the final Pokemon. We know this is enough to chip away his health, so we go for self-destruct.
And just when the time is right, we use it to get us the win.
That gym was pretty tough. I thought we'd be there a lot longer, so I'm actually happy with the results. Next up is May, and I'll leave it to you. I'll let you do the honors, sir.
Mudkip uses Water Gun. One shot. Grovyle comes out, and for some reason you didn't switch?
My bad.
Fortress. I swear you better not have told him to use it.
I honestly don't remember.
Oh, you didn't.
See? I was surprised myself sometimes. So, Lombre, Razor Leaf, one shot, May beaten.
I know we made a deal, but let me take over.
Don't make me call Misty. Right, Winnowa. She starts off with Swellow and knocks out Mudkip. I sent out Lombre, who's going to probably lose, but somehow he wins. But the whatever it's called, comes out after one Razor Leaf I've lost, and since two of my Pokemon are weak to flying types, this is going to be a chore to try and get through. Still, I like to try and see how far my team can go. Only way to plan our battle strats is to, give it a shot. But I know I have to level up if I want to stand a chance of winning. Right, level 43. Also, I forgot what Endeavor does. Let me just put that up real quick. Oh, that makes sense. That's why my HP kept going down. Well, with it gone, Pedipur is up next, and I just go for Razor Leaf because it's neutral damage. I'm 14 levels higher, and I'm still struggling pretty bad. Skarmory is up, and being part Steel type means I shouldn't be taking too much damage, but it's annoying all the sand attacks I have to be hit with. I'm having such a good run, so I don't want to ruin it by switching and then getting hit, so I make a dumb choice and use self-destruct, missing. As you can imagine, the snowball effect happens. All my team get rolled. Fortress finally learns its big TNT move, and we're going to make big boom. So, once again, we go in. 2 extra levels, I'm actually able to 2-shot the Swellow. Well, that's only because it was in a range, but still. But that's perfect. Lombre takes a bit of damage due to being confused. I do see a bit, but it's more like half health. Eventually, he does get some hits in with Razor Leaf, and he manages to knock out the whatever it's called. I get really lucky with the crit, which is good. So, now it's Skarmory, and again, luck seemed to be on my side. I try to chip away this last Pokemon, Altaria, because I know I need my explosion to do more damage. Those Dragon Dances are scary, but as long as I can get her HP down, I'll eventually be in range for a self-destruct. Should have just used Explosion now I think about it, but...
Winona, marry me. You saw how amazing my team is, right? Come build a family with me.
Anyway, next up is May, our final rival battle, and... Hey Brock, just look at the screen. I just had to show you that, Brock. I'm so sorry, but she's just talking so much smack. I love it.
So she thinks I don't know how to raise my Pokemon, huh?
In all fairness, she's kind of got a point when it comes to this gen.
You're taking her side? She gave up gym challenges because she couldn't hack it.
That's not what happened. Okay, anyway, her team is pretty bad since they're level 30s and I'm nearly 50s. I'm sorry, I'm just going to outperform. I perform in everything. The only thing she outdone me in is involving her Pokemon. That's because I can't. Anyway, May... This is just easy, really. She almost got rid of Mudkip. That was good. But, yeah, that's the end of our rivalry. So, moving on.
Tate and Liza.
Problem is, Water Gun is really weak against the Lunar Stone. Probably better off just focusing Soul Rock. It is a fire type, right? I think it is.
Psychic Rock.
Of course, of course. I do miss it though.
Miss what?
Game's not telling you. It's annoying, but it really does reward you for knowing your opponent's Pokemon. Like Shedinja. The amount of times I have forgot what actually hits it is absurd. But I love that. It made the game good, in my opinion.
Anyway, we lost Lombre, which was annoying. But we beat Lunastone, so it's just Solrock who is focused on Forretress.
Oh yeah, sorry. The cast form doesn't count because 1, it was never targeted, and 2, I left it in my party like an idiot, so ignore it. Tate and Liza are beaten. Final change coming up, since we can now use Dive, and get ourselves a Water Stone. Evolving Lombre into Ludicolo. Saw it first in Pokemon Coliseum, Pog game.
Crush Wallace. Pretty boys like him stealing all the girls is disgraceful for the little people like me.
You're both gym leaders. Anyway, 2 one-shots. Love Disc and Wish Cash gone. Celio takes 3. And Milotic, well, probably going to take a while because of Recover. Yeah, as I thought. Oh, look. You know, it's annoying. Always leaving them on 1 HP. It happens to them, never to me. Anyway, it does take a bit of time, but we did beat Milotic. And Seaking is up last, and yeah. Probably the easiest gym I've had all game. Right, so Wally is up next, and I am looking forward to that because I respect Wally.
Olivia. Yo, I'll be back in a bit.
Olivia? Aloha, Olivia. Ain't she like 18? Okay, well, Wally is up, and believe it or not, Wally is always a monster. I just restart if things don't go the way I need. Because Altaria is the first wall. As you can see, I'm going to leave most of this in because Wally, my boy, he deserves a bit of respect. He is a challenge. Those Dragon Dances are scary. If he sets them up and hits me, I lose. So, it forces me to use Self-Destruct, and as you see, I barely hang on. Ludicolo up against the Magneton. Magneton doesn't do much damage, and we managed to get rid of him pretty quick. Rosella is up next, and yeah, once Forretress is gone, I just restart, because I need Forretress for Gardevoir most likely. Well, later on, I'm not sure yet, I'll figure it out. Now, Altaria is a bit weird. She can either beat the living crap out of me, or she can just keep setting up and wasting time. I prefer the latter. Magneton again, as you can see, and yep, we're going to go Forretress against the Roselia. Get hit, but Explosion works because she's the real problem. Now, Mudkip against Delcatty. Ed just does amazing. You know, I'm surprised. Ed is really good. He's the underdog. He's like the Wally of Pokemon, except he wins. So, I just want to take out 1 Pokemon, and that's all I need. When he takes out 1, he's done his job. Gardevoir is up last, takes Ed, but she goes double team. I am so close, and thank goodness, I thought this would be a nightmare. With that, Wally is beaten, and we can finally move to the Elite Four. I have no idea where Brock is, and I'm going to just carry on until he gets back. Let's do this. Sydney is up first. I'm surprised actually, because I thought I would have stopped here. I'm still under level 50, so technically this challenge is still possible. I'm not feeling confident, but it is still possible. My Tiana is hard to deal with. Yes, I do good damage, but he does decent damage plus the full restores because the Elite Four love to spam them. Takedown is doing a lot, but we eventually get rid of it, and Absol's next. Absol goes for the Sword Dance, and I get hit by Aerial Ace, yeah. Right, well, we got to see how far we can go. Ed goes out, switches to Cacturn, so I switch to Fortress, and I'm hoping I can win by just going through a tackle battle. Leech Seed is on, and I'm kind of screwed. I can't win an endurance battle. Even though I've got leftovers on all my Pokemon, which I just finally put on, this is not good. Yeah. So, as you saw, that was a loss, so I came back again and tried. Mightyena we got rid of. Sharpedo then started bullying all my Pokemon by drowning them. And this was the time when I realized it wasn't happening. I tried probably about 40 times at this point, and it was like, yeah, I have to go past level 50. I know. I'm the guy who always does those impossible challenges, level 50, but trust me, this is impossible. My moves are too bad. I can work with bad moves, but I can't work with tackle. It's only a slightly better struggle, and that's not something I can, it's not something I can always do. So, unfortunately, level 50 we're scrapping. We'll see how low we can win. I'm betting 75, because if we do that, that's technically 6 Pokemon, 50. Works out with the maths. Anyway, Ed is up against the Absol. We're getting good results, and it uses its berry, but we lose Ed. Fortress is going out, but I can't waste my explosion, so I decide Ludicolo. Don't get the crit, which means a full restore, but if I get a crit now, I think each Elite Four member has 1 full restore. Yeah, I'm pretty confident in that now. So, Cacturn, and as we saw before, I can't out-battle it. As long as I don't get hit by a Bullet Seed, this is possible. The damage is creeping up, but yet no Leech Seed, and we win. Okay, so next up is Sharpedo. This is easy, because Ludicolo is a grass water. He shouldn't be able to lose against a Sharpedo. It's not physically possible. Yeah. Okay. Just so you know, I'm not exaggerating when I say I spent 100 attempts to get to this point. 100 attempts to get to Shiftry my first time. I had a look, and this was the attempt when I got to him. And that scumbag put a double team on, and swagger. Just watch, please. Just watch. The RNG. After 100 attempts, this is how I lost against a damn Shiftry. Double team, double team, double team, swagger. That's not the worst part either. Rather than him beat me, he made me hit myself twice to lose. I was very annoyed. And I got back to him again, and this is what happened, okay? This is probably the worst luck I've ever seen in my life. I lost having him on 1 HP. 1 damn HP. Mudkip couldn't hit the damn thing. I lost again. You know what? Screw it. My heart sank. I gave up, and I was like, you know what? Where the hell's Brock? I'm calling Misty. Screw this.
Hi, damn it. It's been a while. How have you been? Still doing your crazy challenges, huh? Oh, Brock's with you. Hope he's not causing too much trouble.
Actually, he's gone AWOL.
Oh, has he? Don't worry. Misty's on the case.
Thank you so much. I'll speak to you later, okay?
Bye. And for everyone listening, make sure to like and subscribe. If you do, I might make a special feature one day.
Right, I've had enough of Sydney. I'm not exaggerating when I say this took me over 200 tries. So, I gave up at level 50. I gave up at 55. I gave up at 60. I gave up at 62 because as far as I was concerned, I am not beating the Elite Four at this level. You can already see what I have to do. It's annoying, it's painful, it's the same stupid stuff. I still was losing at this level. It makes no sense. So, it's simple. Fortress tries for the Mightyena, but Mightyena, it doesn't always go according to plan. So Ludicolo goes in and manages to thankfully get a good Razor Leaf. Absol's next, and we get a crit. That's what I'm talking about. 3 Pokemon left to deal with. So, Fortress comes out for the Cacturn. As long as I don't get hit by a Leech Seed, we'll be alright. Just keep doing damage. Just keep doing damage. And wow, eventually we knock it out. We're good.
Really sorry, everyone. I'm a sorry excuse for a trainer. I clearly have muscles for brains, and water Pokemon are just as superior to rock types. Plus, Misty is the better trainer.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Wait, why are their levels so high?
Don't you dare question the reason they're that high.
Look, man, I'm sorry, but when a girl you like is on the phone...
Be quiet.
Right, sorry.
Okay. So, as you can see, we get to Shiftry again. And Shiftry uses Double Team. I go for Explosion and miss. I am very, very frustrated. The Swagger RNG Arceus comes in. And surprisingly, I hit. And I hit again. But now the Double Team just comes in. He is setting up like there is no tomorrow. But, as you can see, Swagger, if I lose, if I manage to lose. Oh, finally, we're done with Sydney. Oh my goodness, we can move on to the next challenge. Brock, it is your turn. You do it, have fun, I'm gone.
Okay. So Mudkip is up against Dusclops. Water Gun is all we have, and we're going to brawl it out against Shadow Punch. Thanks to having leftovers on, we're able to stay in a lot longer than we should. This makes the battle a bit fairer, since she won't hesitate to heal her Pokemon when they get low. Mudkip goes for his last Water Gun before fainting. Good job, little guy. Time for Ludicolo to finish up for you. Banette comes out, and staying in and using Razor Leaf should give us the best results. Seeing how well it does against the first Banette, it already tells us that we just need to keep spamming it, and we'll be able to take out the other one as well. Sableye, or whatever it's called, comes out. This shouldn't be an issue, but the only problem we need to worry about is us running out of Razor Leaf since we got 5 left and Fortress can't hit Ghost types. Last Pokemon now, and we're going to be forced to try and finish this with Water Gun. It should do enough damage, but it means there's a higher chance of us getting knocked out. Not high enough though, and we managed to beat Phoebe, which means we can now move on to Glacia. Looks like he's just getting water, guys. He'll be back. So for Glacia, Ludicolo is up to bat against her Glalie. Water Gun is the best move we have, and as long as we don't get frozen, we should be fine. He switched Mudkip out for some reason, and Light Screen was set up by our opponent Glalie uses Crunch, but it barely does any damage. On top of our leftovers healing 1/16 of our health, we should be able to endure. First Pokemon down, and we go back to Ludicolo while Cieleo joins the match. It uses Hail and follows up with a full restore, but apart from the damage from Hail, we're doing fine on health. We're paralyzed, which isn't great, and it caused us to take more damage, but my team manages to move on. The second one joins, but we shouldn't have to worry. Unless it gets a freeze or a strong crit from Blizzard, we should be able to win without any issues. Now the second Gaily. It goes for a Ice Beam, and since I'm paralyzed, I don't need to worry about being frozen, but it does a lot of damage. After the second, I caught a break thanks to her setting up Hail and healing herself. It does put me in a bad position, but not an impossible one. Fortress is up next, and he's not in the best position. But thankfully, as long as I can knock out the Glalie, there's still a chance. I set some spikes up, hoping to get some extra damage in for the next Pokemon, and then just keep using Tackle. Nothing else I can do but wait for the outcome. We do some more runs, getting pretty good results. Thing is, with the number of ice moves that we're bound to be hit by, we always get a match that ends in a loss due to freeze. It's true you can defrost out of it, but usually by the time you thaw out, the match is over. So if we want to win this, we need to get good RNG, which isn't up to us. Maybe if we pray to Arceus, we might win in the next attempt. So to win this, the new plan is to keep spamming Razor Leaf, because we're going to brute force our way through this battle. The longer we take, the more chance the run will end in a freeze. Oh hey, you're back. Did you calm down?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Spoke to Olivia though.
What? Wait, what about?
Doesn't matter, don't worry. Anyway, yeah, how's the challenge going? You in yet?
Barely. Looks like you really had it tough here.
Yeah, just a little bit. It wasn't that hard.
Anyway, Ludicolo gets a crit, which means there's only 2 Pokemon remaining. With all the negatives he's got going for him, it was only a matter of time before he fainted. Good job out there, Ludo. Mudkip for the Glalie, and it is all about chipping away. I know I'm probably not going to be able to win in a back and forth, so my aim is to do as much damage and then switch. I'm going for a big boom for the last Pokemon, so I need to win this match with my tackle. Wasn't possible, sadly, as I was kinda forced to switch. Doesn't matter too much as long as I don't get frozen, and still have one Pokemon so that I'm able to use Explosion. Wall Rain goes for Surf, and thankfully I don't waste time during the second one and manage to use my Explosion, doing enough damage to get us the win. What you say? You want to handle this one?
Why not? Yeah, so Drake is problem here is resistance. You see, grass moves don't do that much damage against dragon types. For Salamence, who's a flying dragon, it means it does no damage, and water doesn't do much against dragons as well. So basically, all my moves are weak, and tackle is probably the strongest I have. But we can't be using tackle that much because somebody's got flamethrower. And yeah, my whole team, apart from Mudkip, are at a disadvantage. Plus he has fly as well. So, great. I'm going to see how much damage Mudkip can do before I retry. Yeah. It's nowhere near enough. And this is the reason why I'm not too mad. Because I knew I wouldn't be able to beat him till sometime later. Yep. Level 68. To be honest, I still don't have my hopes up high because Flygon, Shelgon is easy, but Flygon can be a challenge because it has a specific move. Dragon Breath. That can paralyze me, and if I get paralyzed, I'm kind of screwed. Salamence is always the problem though. Flamethrower does a lot, and at level 68, I can actually survive a Flamethrower and knock it out with Explosion, which is the reason why I hit 68. Altaria is up next now. Now Altaria, you can probably guess, it's the same thing all the Altarias have been doing. Dragon Dance. I have to beat it before it sets up too much. Now, Ed can do a lot of damage, but I need to get into a range where he can actually knock it out with a high number. But he doesn't. If you want to know what range is, it's in the description. Ludicolo struggles and he gets knocked out. So, we come back at a bit higher level. 71. I don't want to hit 75, so we're trying to keep this as low as possible. Shelgon, as I said, is very simple. Razor Leaf and knock him out. Flygon, because it's neutral damage to grass types, we go for Razor Leaf, and it's better than nothing. Next up is the Salamence, and again, Flamethrower hits, Explosion. As long as it's not a crit, I'm good. Ain't got no worry. Next up is Ed. Ed against the Altaria. It all depends on how my Water Gun RNG goes. So, it uses Takedown, which is good. It's good because it can change its health a bit. It can always lower it low enough. But as you see, we were so close, but we didn't get it. Now it's all down to the Ludicolo. It's very rare that he will win because, yeah, if the Dragon Dances are set up, I lose. But thankfully, we don't see him use a potion, so it might be the one, and we won. Flygon is up last. It has got Flamethrower, which is a problem, but with good RNG, very good RNG, I hang in and we win. Thanks for the leftovers. With that, Drake is done. So, let's do this. Brock, I hope you don't mind me starting off and just explaining what we went for to try and make this happen. So basically, I went through all three Pokemon to see which one would have the better results. Skarmory is the main issue though. He's easy to take out, but if he hits me with Toxic, the run is dead. And I got hit by Toxic, as you can see. Also, he will set up Spikes, which can do some more extra damage. So, I switched the order. Next up is going to be Mudkip. Now, Mudkip does well. But once again, we get hit by Toxic, the same issue. This is pretty much how half of the runs would die, which I'm happy with, losing at the start. Now, the problem is I can't beat it fast enough before I get hit by Toxic. There are some times I do, but it is very rare. So, yeah, he sets up some spikes. To this day, I don't remember if I know Rapid Spin gets rid of it, but I don't actually know if it gets rid of my own. I don't even bother. I tried and checked, but I don't actually remember if it worked. Anyway, we get rid of it. Cradilly is up next, and Sludge Bomb, not bad, but again, there's a problem. If I get poisoned, I lose. And you're going to understand why, because I've already started building up a strat in my brain. But we get rid of it. Now, next up is going to be the Armadon. Struggled with that one. I use Fortress. I want to use Explosion, but I want to save it for Metagross because Metagross is the one I can't beat. And yeah, as you can see, I can survive. And this actually teaches me something. This is going to be a part of the strat that I'm thinking of. I don't take too much damage, but I do lose. But it is possible to stall. So, next attempt, the third one, I'm now going to use Fortress to start off with, and then it clocks into my head something I forgot. Steel is immune to poison. Very sorry, there's actually a wasp right in front of my face. I'm just going to make that very clear. If my voice sounds weird. Anyway, yeah, so that's the reason why I'm going to try to see if I can get by just using Tackle. It means I'm going to run low on PP because if he uses a full restore, which he most likely will, I could be here for a very long time. But I want to make it very clear that, I mean, even though the challenge is technically dead, I probably should just speed it up. But I want to make sure that I have not cheated. I want you all to see. Suffer with me. Understand my pain. But yeah, it's nothing special. I do decide to switch, and yeah, he goes for a full restore. I kind of saw this coming, so I try Water Gun, get poisoned, and it's like GG. But I now know what to do. So, real attempt, Brock, jump in with me. Let's do this. So, we start off with Water Gun. We are trying to do as much damage as possible. Uses up a full restore, which is good. I am taking the chance to not get hit by the Toxic. And as you can see, it works. Brilliant. We got past our first Pokemon. Health is low, but it doesn't matter.
Aggron next with Ludicolo. Sadly, Ludi gets hit with a Thunder and is paralyzed, meaning there's a chance you keep missing.
But nothing we can do about that.
Armaldo is next. It has Aerial Ace, which does a lot of damage and manages to get 2 off. Thankfully, Water Gun knocks it out before you faint.
And with that gone, we can finally move on to Cradilly. GG.
What do you mean?
Have you noticed something about the moves he has? I'll put them on the screen.
Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Confuse Ray, and Ancient Power. So what about them?
Don't you think they have something in common?
Not that much. Wait, don't tell me.
No. You tell me. What plan do you think I've come up with to win?
Wait a minute. You have leftovers on right?
Correct. That is something, but there's more. A lot more.
Or is it because your PP is low for your other 2 Pokemon, so you're trying to save PP?
Bingo. This is one of the main reasons. Well, believe it or not, there were a lot more, but this is the main reason I'm using Fortress and making use of its defense strat. Also, since I didn't have any PP restore moves left, this was my workaround that I could think of. Since this battle requires so much PP to get through with moves like Tackle. Also, Struggle Mizzer do damage to himself, which means I get closer to knocking him out, which is good. Smart, you see?
Damn, how long did this take?
Too long. Fortress manages to keep full health, which I'm going to need against the Metagross. But now, I can switch Pokemon. Kinda. Sadly, Struggle does too much damage for me to switch heal, so I'm technically just forced to knock out the Cradilly. But it is going to take a while, a very, very long time. I will speed it up while it's on Struggle. I just want it all on here so no one can say I cheated, even though I've already lost the challenge.
Damn, this is painful for everyone involved.
You think I only did this once? I did this more than once.
I take it this wasn't your first attempt?
Yeah, something like that. I had done this for a very, very long time, and this is why I know what works. Yes, it is a struggle fest. It is sad because Fortress is running out of PP, but before he runs out, I will just use Explosion, and Rapid Spin is Spikes is there also to help me reserve it.
Claydol hits hard with those earthquakes. What's the plan?
You know, that's a good question, but here's the thing. It doesn't hit that hard on Fortress. There is a problem. It does a lot of damage that I can barely out-heal it, but he does reflect to light screen. Did you notice that? So,
You can't be serious.
yep, you got me. I'm waiting till he runs out of damage moves and uses light screen and reflect.
Only until light screen and reflect, huh? That doesn't sound too bad.
Yep. Yeah, it's actually not that bad. I mean, they ain't got too much PP.
So once this is done, you're still going to be stuck against the Metagross.
True. And he can still one-shot me, which is why I said I've done this multiple times. I'm prepared. Painful. In fact, you know what? I've got other challenges where I've done the same thing. Like beating Legend Arceus with a team of level 50s and lower, with only learnt by level moves. And Champion Red in Soul Silver Heart Gold with a team of level 50s and lowers, with only learnt by level moves as well. Eh? Pretty impressive.
A shameless plug-in nonetheless.
Indeed. But we have time.
What did you speak to Olivia about, since we got time, I mean?
You were just waiting for that one, weren't you? Look, just talk to her, you understand later.
Remember, I still need to come back and do the Kanto challenge, so you better not have said anything bad or I won't show up again.
Anyway, as you can see, I've got all my HP back. It's time for Metagross, and this is actually sad because I have lost a few times here. First thing we do is an explosion. Get the damage in and he will use his berry. It is possible that he may heal up, but hopefully we have drained all his full restores. Paralyzation gets in my way, so this isn't good. We need to get some hits in. I take a Hyper Beam. I survive. He will one-shot Mudkip no matter what, so I have to knock it out now. But we used Hyper Beam, which means Mudkip gets a free turn and gets the hit. There we go. We have done it. Can you beat Pokemon Ruby with Brock's Hoenn team? Come on, Brock. Why? I said you could beat the music, but what is this?
I just need it for a minute. If you could let me speak to all the female trainers apart from May, that would be great.
Sure, but right at the end. Can you beat Pokemon Ruby with Brock's Hoenn team? Level 50 max? Of course not. But you can win with this team, so I will take that. Right, so Brock, thank you for joining me. And now you are going to pick 3 people. 1 for the manga challenge, 1 from the games, and 1 from the anime. Any 3 trainers. Whoever the wheel spins on is going to be joining me as a special guest next challenge.
Right. Well, I want Cynthia for the anime team in Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
You want to see who the better trainer is, huh? Okay, I like that.
No, in fact, I want to ask her if she can be the Nidoqueen to my Nidoking.
Okay. Who's next? And it can't be a girl.
I've been wondering for some time, like everyone else, how good Bruno's team is in the games. In Fire Red, Leaf Green, of course.
Okay. Bruno's game team. Check. Now, last one, please.
Do Misty's team? Kinda want to embarrass her for getting in the way of my love life.
You know Misty's a girl, right?
Well, I don't see her as one. Too young.
Fair enough. Okay, so Cynthia's anime team, Bruno's in-game team, and Misty's manga team. Now let's spin that wheel and see who we get.
Yes.
Right. I will work on making that happen. Don't worry, Brock. At some point, I'll bring you back to do your Fire Red, Leaf Green challenge with your team.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Take care, everyone.
With that being said, thank you all for watching. If you like my content, don't be a stranger, drop me a like and subscribe. If you hate my content, don't be shy to dislike only by the side. Comment, ladies and gents, and until next time, goodbye.
Hey, wait a minute. I still need to talk to all the girls.
Thank you all for watching, and if possible, let's try and get 1,000 subscribers from this video. Or 1,000 likes, one or the other. If you do that, I'll be more inclined to keep doing this. It'll probably take a little while, but I appreciate it all. So, with that, till next time.